Hello everyone, this is Overclocked here, and we are back in Railroads Online. When I last left off, I believe I was at the sawmill. Uh, we just finished making a working junction, which I was not very happy with at the end, because I wanted you to be able to choose which way to go from all directions while maintaining a directional line that wouldn't like have any oncoming, if possible. Uh, I went and redid that, and I'll go ahead and show that to you in a moment. I'm going to go ahead and do a train, I guess. Let's just pick up a bunch of logs and send them to the sawmill. I've already done a lot of off-camera work. One thing you may notice is I'm not sure if I did this in episode 5 or no, because when I was setting up the freight depot, I remember I said I was just going to set up the frame, then I would extend the tracks out. So basically, this hasn't changed much, except I put in some grade all the way over and extended the tracks out. And I was hoping for more trailers per train, but based on this, I was thinking a good number would be 12 per each kind of trailer. Um, let's go ahead and get moving. Here we go. Brake is off. Regulator. Let's just go ahead and get myself moving for now. Now, I ended up... There is one bit of track that I'm pretty annoyed about at the junction up there, but at least it works the way I want to. And I'm pretty sure I can fix it. I still kind of worked on it for quite a while. But it is like a full... Ooh, okay, that needs to be fixed. Every now and then I think when I play, I'm gonna go out and just straighten some lines and curves here and there. I do like the initial part of my course. I'm going to, after just doing one full thing of logs here, delivering to the sawmill and back at the freight depot, what I'm going to do is, hold on, let me go ahead and get this going here. For some reason, sometimes you gotta do that. And put that about there. There we go. Now I can look at the map. I do think I'm going to go from the sawmill and cut into that canyon that's just to the southeast of it. And if I can, figure out how to have another three-way junction. Hopefully like the one I made, except if I can do it better. If not, I mean, it's not a big deal, but I would probably just have it go straight to the smelter, circle around the smelter, and I will create a way to like branch on and off from there, and you'll see what I mean from that. For now, I should be approaching the junction that I redid off camera. It has been a few days since I last recorded. I spent like all first of those 5 episodes were all in one sitting. I was hoping to get a lot more episodes out of that one sitting, but a lot of it had to be edited out and turned into time lapses, and one of them, even as a time lapse, would have been like a 20-minute time lapse at 30 times speed. So, and that's when I was getting frustrated with the junction. Anyway, this here's what it looks like now. It looks a bit messy, but it functions the way I want. And the curves are definitely somewhat a bit sharper, but I don't think I have to worry about curves as much as I thought I did when I looked up, you know, the minimum curvature online. Oh, it's also the first time I ever actually used this piece more for than just measuring or straightening my lines. So Yeah, I had to go through one rail. And I had to shorten that bridge. Which, I really like that bridge. I wish I didn't have to. As you can see, I'm not having to worry about switching tracks because I've also done a lot of trips. In fact, the sawmill, I think, is completely filled up with wood. I got enough money to buy all these trailers, these flatbeds, and I actually have almost, over 4,000. I must have done an extra round without thinking about it. Or a delivery trip or whatever. So once I get to the sawmill, or sorry, the logging camp, I'm going to go ahead and fill these up, and you'll see when I come back that this here is set up to just the way the switches are, because you can have them either go, I mean, the freight depot can either go to sawmill or logging camp. Or logging camp can go either or. I have it set up to go freight depot, logging camp, sawmill, and then back to freight depot. And you can have multiple trains. Well, actually, there's that one cross section that could technically have some trains run into each other. But every train should have a man on it. You're not just telling. Actually, I want to try that. Okay, before I head to the smelter, I am going to, from the freight depot, just tell my train to go. Enter a time lapse where I am doing absolutely nothing and see if the train comes back from the freight depot. Like have it go from the freight depot all the way to logging camp to the sawmill, then back to the freight depot. I wonder if there's like a point where things stop getting loaded in if there's no players, or if it's just will always keep going. Which would be really cool if that's the case. I'm gonna go ahead and get in here. Oh, I need more fuel. Well, not yet. I like to throw in 2 logs every time fire temperature gets at 200. To me, I think that's the most fuel efficient where you're not wasting any wood. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit the brakes here. I made some markers on the edge here. I try to line these up with the first wheel of the first trailer. And that was a really, really lucky stop. So that should be able to hit the, like, skip every car. So that one. Then I'm just going to move up this one to hit the same marker. And then there's another marker up where I need to stop the same way. And then, you know, just move one up. And I will get back to you once I am done loading all of these carts. So here we go. Okay, and that is everything loaded up. You may have noticed that while I was doing that, I was filling up my train with some more firewood for fuel. And as well, I did back up some of the wood I loaded and just threw it in here because I noticed I was getting pretty low. I'd never taken from this firewood depot before, so I also wanted to get some wood in there just to make sure it was stocked. You also may have noticed how I was going down evenly. That's because for each uh, one wood in here will give you five firewood in each stack. And it will not give you that unless it's broken down with at least five uh, firewood to fill up. So all three of these can be empty, and if this here's at 100, it's not turning it into logs. When I do this, if I ever fill that up, and I'm not like wasting some of the wood if I overfill it, because there'd be more wood you can put into it if it's constantly making all the stacks, all four stacks. I don't know if I explained that well enough, and I guess I don't really care that much either. I also really fast made a watering tower just on the exit side because I noticed when I was in there, I ended up draining quite a bit of water, just quickly pushing my regulator all the way to 100 just to get this thing moving every single time I move up a little bit. So I put that there so I can get some water on the way out, which I'm going to definitely end up doing. Let's go ahead and get the train moving. Yeah, see, you lose water very, very quickly when the regulator's at 100. I guess you could just leave it at like 20, but or something, because it can pull it. But I really like just to get up to speed. Maybe it's a patience thing. Oh, you also may have noticed, since I haven't done this since like episode 1, is I have my grass turned back on because I was playing off camera, just doing a bunch of trips to get money, to get carts, and I wanted to see the grass. It happened shortly after I figured out how I got the junction to somewhat how I want. Which I do have an idea to change it a bit. I'll show you the one part that I do really want to change on the way back from the sawmill. Now, let's go ahead and brake. Ooh, I am heavy. Oh, but I still stopped fairly well. Almost. There we go. Getting around 200 fire temperature, so let's go ahead and load that in. Did I do that? And the reason why is because your fire temperature has a max of 400. And I notice about every 10 or one fire like fuel will push you about 100. So if I just keep waiting for it to get down a bit, throw in 2 logs, it'll get it close to, well, I mean, there's still time for it to cook. So I would say about 350. And if I monitor that, I'm not wasting any of the fuel I'm throwing in there. Which, there's still a lot of fuel, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I don't know. I still feel like I need to really be efficient about it. Come on. There we go. Right on it. I'll just wait for that to get back up to 500. Oh, and that did not take long. There we go. No, go down. Now we are off to the sawmill. No, wait. Break down, regulator up. And I think when it gets stuck like this, that's because I actually you can like overfill the tank a little bit. Alright. That is a lot of wood. So I shouldn't have to adjust any of the switches on my junction because I already have it set up for it to go from here to the sawmill, as mentioned before. I am going to have to go through that canyon somehow. Oh wait, no, I go through some canyon over there, don't I? I'm not sure if my mouse is showing on recording. Okay, I realized I was going a bit fast. I was worried I was going to derail there, but it looks like I'm perfectly fine. When I was working on the junction, I didn't have a password on my server, which was a mistake. I just kind of started getting lazy. I didn't think anyone actually really cared to try to join random games, but someone ended up showing up. He did look like he was going to try to help me, but I think he put one thing of like dirt here. Maybe tried seeing what I was trying to do and just left. So yeah, over here, if I wanted to go back to the freight depot, I'd have to switch this switch and that switch. But luckily, I'm going to the sawmill. So I do not have to get out. Now, I do wish I could have kept the bridge over here, but I just needed the splitter pretty early, I guess you can say, on the track. And it doesn't look very smooth. I definitely want to redo that later. But I was happy with it just working and in a way that it wouldn't derail. Maybe after I'm like fully done with like laying all my track, I'll review each area and try to make it as perfect as possible. I know a lot of people are kind of doing the exact same thing. There's not too much of a difference. Alright, and over here, the junction from this... I was going to create a junction here from this one rail. And it was going to split off from this rail as the right lane. And the left lane is going to just reconnect right in front of it. So that makes this a very simple spot. So going from the sawmill, just right click, or right exit. Because this here is technically one lane that will loop around. So that makes it easier. Oh, I forgot to sell. Break, 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 break. Not a big deal because, I mean, a lot of this log I was actually thinking about using at some of the firewood depots or firewood spots, whatever they call them. And yeah, I completely filled this up. Also, if you decide to check to see if you can like run on the logs, you can. If you fall between them, you get stuck. Getting stuck is not fun. So I'll go ahead and sell all the logs that are in front of the water, which is there. And yeah, look at my money climb. It doesn't actually take that many trips to make a lot of money. I was actually somewhat surprised that I already have 4K when I wasn't paying attention before, but filling this up, I filled up the other like firewood area next to the freight depot quite a bit. And the money just comes in. It's somewhat surprising that some of the other locomotives are not that expensive in comparison. In fact, let me see. Each of these is worth 60. 60 times 12. That is 7,200. No, 720. So this is $720 for each load. You do like 4 or 5 trips. That's... Hold on. Oh wait, no, I don't need water. I already filled up. Oh, but I do need firewood. Oh wait, yeah, that's why I was wanting to slow down. I put firewood in there? Yes, I did. I wanted to fill this up a bit. I haven't filled this one up. I wonder if this one can reach it. This might waste some money, but I really don't care. Is it getting in there? It is not. Oh, some of them were. One of them. One of them did. That's fine. I just want to get some, just in case I need it later. Let's go ahead and get moving again. Oops. Oh, I haven't done this in a while. And I guess whatever I don't fill up at the freight depot's like wood pile. I'm going to call them wood piles. That definitely needs to be redone. That, to me, is a little too sharp, even though it's not an issue, apparently. And figuring out somewhat more of a train limit. Now, this one here I didn't like because right makes you go back to the freight depot, which is left. That's because I couldn't get a good curve in here. But actually, I was thinking if I split left, I can put another one of those, like, you know, two-way, like, crossing areas there. And maybe one over there. And, of course, one over there. And just have it, like, loop around from that side. Instead of looping to the right. Just so, you know, the track switch is right means right and left means left. Instead of having it go to the right so that I end up going left. But, that would require, like, one of those, like, I'm going to call them rail crossings there. And like two of them connecting here. And then one, I don't know how, but I'd have to go over this hill to reconnect somewhere over here. So I might not be able to do it, but it was something I was thinking about being possible. If I could angle it so that it came into here, it could go straight onto this track, but I don't know. I'll have to mess with that. I've already messed with it too much. I want to move on from that for at least a while. I wonder if they're ever going to change the map. I did hear that this was kind of like a testing map. Which I do feel like it would be kind of lame. I wonder if you can like choose your map. Like when you start a new game, you can pick which map you want. Because I would hate for one day for like all my work here to disappear when it could be a really nice save file where you can go anywhere. You can work all your way up the oil on nice clean tracks and you can just drive a train if you just feel like driving a train. But also, I do think that there needs to be more than one map. Otherwise, I think everyone playing on the same map is just making everything maybe optimized. But then again, no one's really... I didn't really pay attention to other people's. It just kind of always ended up being like the same. Either someone did a single rail and split off around the same area, or they did a double line. And I never actually watched anyone actually make double lines yet. But it's always just how straight and clean can you make it? So I guess it wouldn't really change much having multiple lines. I guess maybe just different sceneries as you drive or operate your trains around. Okay, how many of this do I need? That is 30 out of 32. Okay, so I'll only need to drop off like one cart. Wow, I forgot how heavy this thing can get. Let's go in reverse here. Actually, no, let's just stop right here first. Might as well just get these two back here, since they can be reached. Or they're already, like, on the platform. Or did that not go through? Head down. There we go. Sometimes you really gotta snap it. My money just keeps going up. So I want the very front cart to be for that wood pile. Oh wow, I burned through a lot of water. Why am I burning through so much water? Don't remember it feeling like that before. Probably because I am pushing the engine a bit faster. Usually I'll cruise around like maybe 15-20% of the regulator. But of course I am trying to make sure that the trips don't take too long, or at least this trip, because I just wanted to see, or you all to see my one full load of what I've been doing like 10 trips of or something like that. I wasn't really counting. Uh, this, I think they call it a shunting yard. I always call them a rail yard until I heard someone call it a shunt yard. But pretty simple. A big long track. There's 6 rows to store. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. That's basically it. I was actually wondering if I can make the middle row, or the very far one, just a regular track, if I can have more splits and have more storage that way. So I might not utilize that last row. That might be for more switches to add later. Now, since I have so much money, I actually want to try buying a new train. I'll take a quick look at what trains there are. I think, what is it, the Mogul or something? Mulgar? I don't know. I think I remember there being an M, an L in the middle. I'll double check what the name of that train is in a moment. Okay, I am going to definitely hit brake here. Which I way overshot that, like by a lot. Oops, I meant to go in reverse. Well, actually, I might as well stop here. And finish loading this. There you go, getting paid. It's full, and... Wait, you still get paid if it's full? Oh. I did not know that. Wait. If this is... If I still if I keep getting paid when this is full, what would stop me from putting one of these right next to the loading area and just constantly offloading? It would fill up quickly, but that wouldn't matter. You could keep getting paid. Just load your train, unload your train, load your train, unload your train. It didn't matter how full this got. Okay, pretty sure that's not an intentional way for the game to be played, so I'm not going to do that, but hey, if you're looking for some quick money, luckily money's, once again, not that hard in this game, actually. Once you connect these lines, you just gotta do it a few times. Oh, and invest in some trailers. I mean, if you're doing it with one trailer or so the entire time, that's not going to be too quick. Now, a little bit further back. There we go. And while that is filling up with water, come on. Oh, come down. Go to the left. There. Oh, okay. Head up. A little bit higher. There we go. So let's go ahead and take a look at what locomotives there are. Oh, that's right. Maybe I should invest in flat cars because that getting 12 of these is not exactly cheap. Flat cars is the next thing I need. Let me see here. I'll probably want another, 12 of them. Oh, there's me in the back. Can I see myself? Nah, not through all those trees. Um, so 12. That would be... Well, okay. I don't know why I'm struggling so much. Okay, 12. Let's just say it's 10. That'd be $2,500. And then the extra two, so 3 grand. It would take 3,000 to buy 12 of those. And that would be a little bit more. And I'm pretty sure these two carts, oh no, the hopper is also very important. Hmm. I just really want another train. Uh, actually, this one is pretty cheap. I hear it's actually not as good as the Porter one for some reason. Like, it holds more wood, but that's about it. Ooh, a Climax. I never thought about... Oh, I can afford those. Wait, is the 5-tier train cheaper? It is. Well, this is the one everyone's talking about, I think. Hmm. I do want this one. Different smokestacks? Ooh. I actually think I just like the regular one. Oops. Yeah, if that wasn't so big, I might get that one. Different headlights. Not much of a difference there. Not even sure if I like the second one either. Back one too. Oh, is that an actual light bulb? I thought they were candles. Oh, they are candles. Okay. I really, really want that. Now this train, I wonder if this will derail on some of my turns. I'm very, very curious about that. Is there any other of these that also... Okay, that has more spacing. That one has spacing. Ooh, okay, so this one... Yeah, if this one could survive on the track, I think this one here would tell me... Ooh, that's actually a lot of space there. Does that hold more water? Hmm. Why would I... Okay. Same weight. Same water pressure. This one has more tractive effort. What the headlights look on this one? Well, this one here is like the opposite of the other one. Hmm. I think I want to buy this. How do you get in here, though? How do you control it? Okay, definitely a boiler. Oh, there's some stuff here on the right, but how are you supposed to get to that? Hmm. You know what? And not being sure that the wheels will stay on the track, I am not sure I want this one. Because those wheels do not look like it can turn at all. So I'm going to go with this Mogul, whatever it's called, the Coke Mogul. Alright, I wouldn't mind... Hmm, maybe the second smokestack, just to make it not look so plain. What's a tinder? Oh, that goes in the back. What's the name? Okay, that goes in the front, and the number... Well, this would be my second one, so number 2. I don't know why, but I actually think 0 would be cool. Yeah, number 2. The name of this will be... Hmm. Well, the other one's Betsy. Just some random, like, 1800s female name. Oof. I'm not good at names. I am not good at names at all. You know what? This may... Okay. Tinder part. Oh, that doesn't work. Actually, can the name just be 2 as well? That just kind of adds to its number. You know what? That may sound or look incredibly boring, but that's what I'm going with. So, order. And I have a new train. Yeah. Man, that holds a lot of wood. Oh, this doesn't connect automatically? I did not know that. Ooh. Can you just buy just that? No, I don't think you can. You know, worst case scenario, I could just take Betsy and put this on the back of it. I think. If this, doesn't work on the rails because there's not enough, it can't handle the curvature of my current track. That's interesting. Ooh, I almost want to buy a bunch of these. Just for these, now that I know that they can be disconnected. Uh, that... How does that connect? Oh... It requires... I'm actually wondering if that won't work. Like, this can only connect to this? How do I get in this one? Ooh. Interesting. Oh, this is kind of like the other one. You can't really steer it too well from the inside. Oh, that's the brake? Where's the regulator? Oh, right there. Why are you not working? Oh, you need firewood. Well, I wonder where I'm going to get that from. You know, if I click to get in this, where does my character stand? Oh, you're just kind of there on the right. Ooh, 1,000 water. Okay. Wonder if that does make it worth it. I'm really worried about these wheels. I mean, there'll only be one way to find out, right? You know, while that is cooking up, I think one of the things I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and tell this if it still has some boiler pressure left. Oh, I forgot about the water tower. Yeah. You know what? Let me just go ahead and... Here. Flip this. Now we're going in reverse. Oh, wow, that's a sharp turn. No, I used to have this really nice before I tried putting that lip on it so I can... Or like that 2 switches. Alright, then right here. Want that out of the way of the other train. And that's good. I don't care about going all the way back. I'm going to set this now because I don't want the first thing to be used to derail my new train because I forgot. I'll have to remember to switch that one as I pass it. And it's interesting having what feels like a real train. How is this doing on... Oh, okay, it is getting boiler pressure. Ooh, the fire temp does not stay up as long. Okay, so this might end up costing actually a lot more fuel, or firewood. Oh, you're going to have more fuel in it. Now, the water is what I care most about on that. Okay. Wait, the boiler pressure? I thought it only went to 130. That was one of the reasons why I wanted this one over this one, because I thought this one also didn't have as much boiler pressure. I thought more boiler pressure meant it could have more like torque or something I don't really know, but that was just my guess, and this one is clearly above 130. Well, that's, I guess, not bad news. Okay. Now with that there, does that just connect? It does. Alright. Ooh, it sounds different. I have a feeling I am going to derail this. Oh, the water gets up to 2,000. I thought it was just 1,000. Okay, I really like that. I do not think it will probably move as fast. Can I turn the lights off? What's a generator? Compressor? I was hoping this would have one of those, but I guess not. Man, that holds a lot of wood. Almost wish I could get a bunch of these wood things. Instead of like hauling around logs, I could just fill up like piles of these in places. I guess I could. I could just leave these carts and spots and then just go and fill up those carts. Oh, that thing doesn't slow down much on its own. Oh, something I just realized. Well, I don't like these being on. Can I turn that off? I can't. Oh wait, that didn't turn it off. Drag down. I'll drag up. There we go. Wonder if I can add multiple of these. Oh yeah, the thing I realized is I probably have this locked. That might be one of the reasons why it was moving slow at the start. So, I'm going to go in reverse. Yeah, these wheels don't turn at all. No, I was planning on just going straight to the sawmill, but with this, I want to see if it can clear my all those junction pieces I have over there. Oh, I thought that was further back. And you go up. Yeah, I thought that would happen. Let's just do this by hand. Break off. Cursor, make sure you're in. What's that? Cylinder blocks. Put that on just a little. I think I accidentally turned on the cylinder blocks. Alright. Let's go ahead and make sure that those are off. Just wasting pressure. Oh, just because I think it's just weird having these on. Uh, there we go. During the day. See what I mean by the wheels turning? Like, they're always like straight like that. Like wheels back here, like the front two will turn and the back two will turn, which will help with their turning sharper. This one here has, I believe, a much greater limitation on how sharp it can turn. And I think my little junction will be pushing that to its limits. Oh, that one sounds nice as a train. Definitely had that up too high though. I think that this doesn't need to be more than like 13% or 15. 13 is what it was on. Let's see, is that slowing down? Does it look like it's slowing down? Almost looks like the wheels are slipping. Just a tad. Yeah, it's definitely slowing down. Let's go ahead and push that up to 25. I can never get this where I want it. There we go. It's probably not a smart idea to have this one going much faster than Betsy, considering it's probably tighter turn radius. Oh, I wonder if this can be hooked up to Betsy. That being said, since this isn't part of this, I almost wish it was named different. It's definitely way slower. I'm just gonna up the speed. I don't mind a nice cruise. Don't want you all have to deal with watching this because I am gonna plan on doing this in real time. So if I switch that switch and a switch up there, I could have went straight to the sawmill. But I am planning on doing like a full circuit just to make sure that this can actually turn everywhere. Okay, this here is a good test. Oh, it didn't have any issue with that. I don't know, what is the sharpest point here? Probably right there. Maybe? I think if the mogul can turn there. I could definitely understand the increased water, considering how fast it goes through it. Why can't I open that? There we go. Okay, so open the windows. Yep. Oh, what's this? Was that the fire temperature? Oh, this is struggling with something. Ooh, this does not like hills. Well, if I was still at 30, could it make it? This is one of the reasons why I knew you didn't want to do more than a... Okay. I don't mind going stronger for small parts. Yeah, I would definitely say this, I believe, is a 3-degree incline. Consider seeing this with a heavier locomotive. You probably don't ever want to go above that. We're going to skip all this. Although, I think off camera, I'm definitely going to fully load this and make sure I can still make that 3% or 3-degree incline, even with the added weight. I think these should still, yeah, that got lined up with the trailers, not the locomotive. Still curious about the wheels a bit. They don't turn at all. Are they not like having issues on these turns? Or do they turn somehow? Like maybe they give a little bit? It looks pretty solid to me. Ooh, what's this? Coke. Is that 19... 50, looks like 1554. I'm pretty sure that's wrong. Oh, maybe 1884? Yeah, I'm gonna actually... know what? Nah. I will re-rail it off camera if this slips. I'm just gonna slow it down a bit. Actually, I'm just gonna let it roll. But I am curious if it will just make the turn. Can it make the turn at this speed? Oh, okay. I feel like I was getting worried over nothing. I love the way this one sounds. Okay, that needs to be straighter, which means I probably need to redo the whole track to make it straight. I need to stop analyzing my old work. I said I wasn't going to touch this crazy noodle of a junction. At least not for a while. It works. Each direction can go wherever it wants. I did think the roundabout would have been cool, where it could also have, like, this one could have just skipped everything and then come back on its own. But unnecessary. Yeah, this here, I believe, is another 3-degree incline starting from where that railroad cross starts. Wonder how many people would buy a train just to get the wood trailer. Because I almost feel like the other one that costs 4,300. I do want to get one of those just for the trailer and attach it to the end of Betsy. Just have like all the firewood in the world for Betsy. Or just have like one thing of track and have a bunch of those with just these. And instead of those logging things, it would just have these. And then I can have one train with like a bunch of these. That would just like collect wood like from the logging camp. Immediately throw them into like the firewood things. And fill up multiple of these trains that just go around and either just switch out the trailer that's there for a fully filled one to be filled later, or just, take the time to fill up each one, and that'd be like it's wood deliveries, no longer needing the whatever those things are called. I should definitely look into that. So I'm going to go ahead and head back to the freight depot, and I think I'll be done with this episode. Mostly because I want to see how this curves up here. I did kind of run out of time today. This here's the only episode I can make today. So the other one might take until like next week to come out. Hopefully not too long. And can it make this turn? Because this might be the sharpest turn I have. Oh, yeah. No issue. I don't know why. I was thinking that sharp turns like this would derail the bigger trains. Knowing that, I almost wish I bought the other one. Oh. I have a new train. And I feel like that's a pretty good way to put the episode. So really, I just showed off my changes offline, bought a train, and decided to take one trip with it. Not even loaded up with stuff, but it's cool to see that this here has a bit more of a turning radius than I thought it would. Oh, I should make a turntable. Not sure where I would want to put that, but I should have one. One turntable, and you can like have like a huge amount of storage of trains. Oh, I left the back doors open. Or the front door? Locomotive doors? The only doors. Side doors. I'm going to call them side doors. I left the side doors open. I do think it's really strange. Is that how these were made? Considering that's like the furnace, you'd be getting cooked in there. Like that would be hot. Like you'd probably spend most of your time out here You'd only go in there to adjust something real fast and you get out real quick. It must be hot in there. Alright, we are back. I want to consider the freight depot home. We are back home. Let me go ahead and just... I don't know, how far do I need to be to park the whole train over here? Ah, that's good enough. With that, can I climb up here? I cannot. I can climb up here. I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. I hope you all enjoyed watching. I will see you all next time, where I am going to connect the sawmill and the smelter, and at the same time I'm going to try to connect from the smelter all the way to the iron mine as well. So there's going to be another junction in between the smelter and the iron mine, and I don't know how I'm going to do that, because it already looked like I had issues with space with the sawmill, and I'm taking up a pretty large chunk of space for that. I'll have to evaluate the area first. With that being said, I will definitely at least set up the area around the smelter, check to see how I want to get the line over there, and I'll see about doing a junction afterwards. And from there, well, obviously I'll go to the iron mine and the coal mine next. Then I'll probably, my next plan, so my next plan is smelter. Actually, I don't even think I can do anything with smelter. It's just like closest to the sawmill. I'm gonna go through that canyon to the southeast of it, head north up to the smelter. There's going to be some kind of junction just below that. That'll also send you to the iron mine, and from the iron mine, it will just have a split that'll take you to the coal mine. And then from the freight depot, I may have like I don't know. Maybe I'll just create like a split up there where my thing turns around. Two switches, one that will make it go forward and one that will reconnect on the way back. I'll head over probably just between the oil field and the ironworks to try to create it. No, I'll just go straight to the ironworks and create a loop. And connecting that loop, I'll also have some splits that will go to the refinery and the oil field. And that will connect everything. And that's my current plan. But definitely long term on how I plan to do that, and plans may change. One thing's for sure is I'm going to take a look at the smeltery area next episode. So hopefully you'll join me for that, and see you then. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye.